Hello, it is 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, you have the messages of congratulations from the President of the Republic to his Somalian counterpart. The issues and dynamism at the Islamic Finance Summit at the Campus Key Hotel. For the international scene, in Gaza, 43 dead and 111 injured in the last 24 hours. Welcome to our newsroom. The messages of congratulations from the President of the Republic to his Somali counterpart, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Gelle, wishes success and achievement to his Somali counterpart, Mr. Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, and more peace, stability, progress to the brotherly Somali people. The head of state wishes came in a congratulatory telegram he sent to his Somali counterpart in the current context of the commemoration of the National Day of these brotherly and friendly countries. May Almighty God crown with success the increasingly evident determination of the sister nations of Somalia to restore fuel stability and security through its territory. President Gelle wrote in the messages, our country will never cease to support Somalia in its legitimate quest to regain its former status in the concert of nations, noted the head of state in the same document. The Federal Republic of Somalia celebrates the 67th anniversary of independence with jovis and festivities. The Somali capital Mogadishu was the scene of jovis festivities on Monday to mark the 67th anniversary of the independence of this sister country. The celebrations were marked by a military parade of the various Somali forces with the participations for the first time in 30 years of helicopters. Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud took part in the central ceremony to commemorate the 64th anniversary of Somalia's independence and unity. He was honored by units of the National Armed Forces who marched through some of the capital streets in an impressive military parade. President Mahmoud called on the Somali people to strengthen unity and solidarity and to preserve the legacy of the ancestors who sacrificed their lives so that we could enjoy independence and freedom. As part of the occasion, the Somali president laid a wreath of flowers on the monuments of the unknown soldiers in tribute to the immense sacrifices made by the Somali heroes to liberate the countries from colonial domination. The head of state also sent a congratulatory telegram to the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, whose country is celebrating the anniversary of its national holidays. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Gelle, expressed his best wishes for success for his elected counterpart from Mauritania, Mr. Mohamed Ould Ghazouani, who on Sunday evening was declared the winner of the presidential elections held in that country last Saturday. The overwhelmingly dominant score which led to your re-election is a perfect illustration of the majority support of your compatriots for your political leadership, wrote President Gelle in the telegram sent to Mr. Mohamed Ould Ghazouani. There is no doubt that under your enlightened leadership, the sister nations of Mauritania will significantly increase its stabilization and pacification efforts in the troubled Sahel region, said the head of state noted in the same document, reiterating his warm congratulations to his re-elected counterpart from Mauritania. The Kaspersky Palace Hotel was the venue of this morning for the 44th meeting of the IFSB Board of Directors and the 22nd meeting of the IFSB General Assembly. A number of events stemming from the annual meeting were held in parallel with the participations of several players from the Islamic finance sector from around the world. The ceremony to launch the 44th board meeting and 22nd General Assembly of the IFSB was attended by several Djiboutian personalities, including the Minister of Economy and Finance in charge of Industry, His Excellency Ilyas Moussa Dawale, the Governor of the Central Bank, Ahmed Ousmane Ali, and the representative of local financial institutions. The 44th meeting of the Board of Directors and the 22nd meeting of the General Assembly of the IFSB will continue until tomorrow and will be the occasion for the Governor of the Central Bank of Djibouti, Ahmed Ousmane, to take the helm of the IFSB, while the Governor of Bank Al-Maghrib, His Excellency Abdel Latif Johari, will assume the positions of the Vice Chairman of the Islamic Financial Service Board, based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, was officially inaugurated on November 3, 2002, and began operations on March 10, 2003. It is an international standardization body for financial regulator and supervisors designated to ensure the soundness and stability of the Islamic financial services industry. The IFSB's work on Islamic finance complements that on the based Committee on Banking Supervision is
admirable dedication and the spirit of his people. And this is what I have seen today, the spirit of the people of Djibouti. The development of Islamic finance in the African region has really been remarkable. Although the market is still relatively small, it's still young markets. Nonetheless, Islamic finance has become a central focus, truly a central focus in many African countries. Over the past 2 years, we have seen remarkable expansion in the number of countries in Africa, particularly in East Africa and West Africa, and to some extent in Central Africa, in adopting Islamic finance, in bringing Islamic finance to their financial market.
The Governor of the Central Bank, Mr. Ahmed Ousmane Ali, said that the Islamic Financial Service Board was officially inaugurated on November 3, 2002 and began operations on March 10, 2003. It is an international standardization body for financial regulators and supervisors designated to ensure the soundness and stability of the Islamic financial services industry. The IFSB's work on Islamic finance complement that on the base Committee of Banking Supervision is the International Organizations of Security Commissions and the International Associations of Insurance Supervisors. And now listen to the Minister of Economy and Finance, Ilyas Moussa Dawale.
7 years back in 27 June 1977, no one was putting at risk any kind of sustainability of Djibouti's sovereignty and standing in the international stage. French, who colonized it during that period, and external observers used to write, this country will not stand for more than few months. And we are happy to stand very strong after 47 years. The day of independence, Djibouti had only one high school in the city of Djibouti, with 2 medical doctors overall in the country. Almost zero infrastructure, except one main road from the airport to the President Palace. As I speak today, I can't count the numbers, but just for the sake of comparison, from 2 medical doctors, we have today 1,100 medical doctors serving their Djiboutian fellows. We have a university, which also building capacity, human capital, with around 12,000 students. And in any aspect of the life, things has changed. 20 years back, Djibouti had only 2 French banks, no Islamic banks. As of today, we welcome it, and we are still welcoming because numbers of other potential investors are coming. But as of today, we are about 13 banks with 3 full Islamic banks.
A workshop to launch the Parliamentary Climate Networks was held this morning at the Sheraton Hotel. The event was organized by the National Assembly in close collaboration with the Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development and UNDP. The Parliamentary Climate Networks launched this morning's aims above all to strengthen parliamentary actions in response to the challenges posed by climate change. This unique platform will enable parliamentarians to implement concrete actions, share knowledge, train and learn about best practices, and thus coordinate their efforts to develop innovative, effective and appropriate laws and policies to meet Djibouti's needs. The Parliamentary Climate Networks will play a crucial role in mobilizing legislators for more effective climate actions. The network has a number of objectives, including capacity building, promoting climate-focused policies around the world, while ensuring that national actions are aligned with the international commitment and financial raising awareness of the impact of climate changes and the urgent need to act, both within Parliament and among the general public. In addition to the Minister of the Environment, the event was attended by the UNDP resident representative, the Parliamentary Network, headed by its President Ilia Ismail Gedi Hareda, the President of the University of Djibouti, the Prefect of the Interior Regions, the President of the Regional Councils. In her speech, the President of the Parliamentary Network, Ilia Ismail Gedi, stressed the importance of the Parliamentary Network's role in combating the effects of climate change. She also highlighted the action plan to mobilize legislators for safer and more effective climate actions. The UNDP resident representative said that an ambitious action plan that has been drawn up to guide the network's decisions and help it meet the challenges ahead. For his part, the Minister of Environment, Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa Hilm, said that this plan aims to strengthen the capacity of parliamentarians to integrate climate considerations into all relevant legislations, to promote environmentally friendly public policies, to implement concrete climate projects, and to encourage the commitment of all players in society to this crucial struggle. Lastly, the Minister for the Environment made it clear in her opening remarks that the event was part of the action advocated in the revised nationally determined contribution, which emphasizes the involvement of all the country's players in the fight against climate change. The Minister of Energy, Younis Ali Gedi, received the Ethiopian Minister of Economy and Finance, Ahmed Shide, yesterday afternoon. So the Minister of Energy in charge of natural resources, His Excellency Younis Ali Gedi, received in his office the Minister of Economy and Finance of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, His Excellency Mr. Ahmed Shide, accompanied by the Ethiopian Ambassador to Djibouti, Mr. Berhanus Gay, and his closest collaborators. The meeting took place in the presence of the Managing Directors of Horizon Djibouti Terminals Limited, Mr. Omar Kassou, the Horizon Terminal Managers, Mr. Mark Mindel, the Minister's Technical Advisor, Mr. Mahdi Waberi Hassan, and the Director of the Hydrocarbon, Mr. Wahib Ali Bullu. This visit by the Ethiopian ministers is part of the regular high-level consultation between officials of the two countries on current project and effort to integrate the economies of Djibouti and Ethiopia, particularly in the hydrocarbon sector. On Monday, July 1st, 2024, the National Agency for Disabled Peoples, in collaboration with the Evangelical Protestant Church of Djibouti, ANPH, organized a ceremony to award certificate to disabled women and mothers in charge of disabled children who had completed the cutting and sewing training. The ceremony took place in the conference room of the Evangelical Church of Djibouti. 10 young girls and women with no previous knowledge in these files were trained at the church training center for 8 months to learn the basics of sewing. This initiative is part of the promotions of inclusion and empowerment of women with disability and mothers with disabled children through employability. Presided by the INPI General Director Douali Saeed Mahmoud, a certificate award ceremony was also attended by the Director of the EPD Training Center, the Qatar Charity Foundation, the representative, the EDC, the representatives of the Directors of Social Integration and NPH managers. At the end of the training, the disabled girls and women received a kit containing sewing materials and accessories, as well as a sewing machine, which will enable them to start up their businesses independently. The ceremony ended on a high note with a family photo. For his part, the INPH General Manager Douali Saeed Mahmoud thanked all the participants, especially the course winners, for their efforts and self-sacrifices in completing the courses despite the company's socioeconomic difficulties. You are a source of pride. For NPH, you are the third graduating class to have successfully PACE certificate, crowning the triumph of young people in computer graphics training. The general manager of NPH declared that the aim is to create a cooperative and provide them with a sewing workshop. This initiative is part of the promotions of the empowerment and valorizations of the disabled women. The training project aims to fully integrate disabled women into Djibouti society and the job market. On completions of the training, beneficiaries are able to benefit from and participate in the inclusions of and professional integrations of disabled people. As part of the Play to Learn project, the Union of the National Union of Djiboutian Women, UNFD, today held a validation workshop on the adaptations of a parenting support guide. This event, carried out in partnership with the Cambridge Education Mount MacDonald, marks a crucial step in the development of educational tools adapted to the needs of Djiboutian families. The workshop brought together various players involved in education and family support, including representatives of non-governmental organizations, educator, parent, child development experts. The main objectives of this meeting was to validate the guide's contents and pedagogical approaches to ensure that they adequately respond to the realities and expectations of local families. Discussions focus on several key aspects of the guide, including educational player techniques, parent-child communication strategies, and emotional and behavioral support methods. Participants shared their experiences and suggestions, helping to enrich the guide. This validation workshop represents a significant step forward in parenting support in Djibouti, highlighting the importance of community involvement and international cooperation in promoting education and family well-being. In Tajora, faced with major challenges in terms of human development, social protections, and reductions of territorial inequality, the Djibouti government has drawn up a medium and long-term strategy entitled Djibouti 2035, one of whose key tools is decentralization. It aims to strengthen the decentralization process and make the regions key players in national development. Indeed, the regions with their significant and varied potential can play an important role in the implementing these strategies. The state has therefore recognized decentralization and local governance as effective instrument for better understanding territorial challenges and providing appropriate response in terms of employment, inclusions of women, and adaptations to climate change. It is in this context that the European Union, through its fundings of the support programs for decentralization and local initiative, ADIL, in the Republic of Djibouti, implemented by Expertise France, is supporting the government strategies. In general terms, the participants should include the president of the Regional Council, Omar Hussein Omar, and the prefect of the region of Tajora, Mr. Mohammed Abbas, and the head of the State's decentralized services. The aim of the project is to support decentralization reforms and help the regions to become genuine players in the country's development. Its overall aims is to foster inclusive local development in the interior regions and strengthen the local governance systems by exploiting the strong revenue potential available within the regional councils. For his part, the prefect of Tajura, Mr. Mohammed Abbas, said that the aim of the project is the prefect of Tajura, Mr. Mohammed Abbas, said that the aim of the project is to support regional councils in assessing their fiscal potential and improving its exploitations with a view to better collections and more efficient management of their own resources by means of a financial diagnosis based on an inventory of the finances of the targeted regions, the development of an action plan for the mobilizations of own resources, technical assistance in the implementation and evaluations of census operation, the introductions of revenue collections management and monitoring systems. For his part, the president of the regional council, Mr. Umar Hussein Umar, said that the activities have thus been underway since April 2024 with the establishment of a financial diagnosis for each region is followed by the organizations of workshops for the control and mobilization of financial resources and the development of a priority action plan. Encourage elected representatives, regional administrative and financial managers, decentralized services and other stakeholders to identify opportunities for improving own sources revenue with a view to drawing up a priority action plan for mobilizing resources. The Mulud sub-prefectures in the Dakhil region celebrated the festivity commemorating the 47th anniversary of our country's independence. A lively and colorful evening was organized on Wednesday evening in the esplanade of the Mulud sub-prefecture in attendance with the sub-prefect Mr. Musa Hamad Ugre, the chairman of the Mulud Development Committee Mahmoud Roble Dabbar, local elected officials, the principal and the school headmasters, Mulud executives and an audience of local elders, women and young people. Young talent from Mulud were the orchestrators of this festive evening of folk dances and songs. The evening ended with the raising of the national flag and speeches by the sub-prefect and elders of the sub-prefecture, who is in turn underlined the sacrifices made by our elders for the freedom and independence of our countries. As part of the 47th anniversary of our country's accession to independence, the village of Ali Adde in Ali Sabih region celebrated the commemorations of the June 27, a cultural evening to commemorate national independence took place on the evening of June 26 in front of the esplanade of the Ali Adde sub-prefecture. The festivity took place in the presence of the sub-prefect of Ali Adde, Mr. Shaban Daher Musa. The festivities took place in the presence of on the programs of this colorful evening was a varied show featuring musical entertainment as well as folk dances thanks to the glory of national independence. Under the aegis of the State Secretariat for Sport, the Sub-Prefecture of the Sport of Ali Sabih launched its summer sports activities this Saturday, June 2024 at the region's sport complex. After Djibouti, Siri, Arta and Dikhil, Ali Sabih did not miss a beat, presenting a variety of activities. Sports on offers included football, athletics, petanque, and volleyball in friendly fraternal atmospheres in a packed sports complex. The athletes put on the great show, much to the delight of the spectator who came to lend their heroes a helping hand. This initiative aims to promote the practices of sport and encourage the participation of all citizens, young and old, in physical activity beneficial to health and well-being. The event brought together the entire Asajog sports families, marking a successful launch of activities. Several eminent personalities honored the ceremony with their presence, including the president of the Ali Sabih Regional Council, Sharmaki Hassan Al-Lale, the deputy director of the NPS, Ahmed Ali, the acting director of regions of the sports secretariat, Mr. Yusuf Abdallah, the deputy director of sports, Mr. Ahmed Musa. Members of Ali Sabih associations were also present. For his part, the acting director of the region, Yusuf Abdallah, said that the aim of the organizers is to develop national sports, keep young holidaymakers busy, and detect new talent. It should be noted that this sporting activity will take place through the summer period, offering participants an opportunity to enjoy themselves and challenges themselves physically. For the international scene, 43 dead and 111 wounded in the last 24 hours in Gaza. The Gaza Strip's Ministry of Health announced on Sunday that the number of Palestinian victims of the Israeli war had risen to 37,877 dead and 86,969 wounded since October 7. In a statement presenting the statistical report for 260 days of the war in the Gaza Strip, the ministry said that the death toll from the Israeli aggressions has risen to 37,877 and 86,969 wounded since October 7. It added the Israeli occupation has committed 3 massacres against families in the Gaza Strip, including 43 deaths and 111 injured in the last 24 hours. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.